Have you ever thought about why that is sort of the tenor of our society, that we think nice guys have to finish last? Now, I'm not going to give you a rundown of all of the great nice guys who haven't finished last, and we can put lists together on both sides, but I want to talk in terms of leadership, in the workplace especially, in that context. And think about it, when you talk about somebody who's a leader, and we say they're really nice, a lot of times what's meant by that is they're too soft. Right? They're not passionate. They don't care. They're a nice guy though. In fact, in my career, I've been told that I was too nice to people. I was treating them too nice. And I want to challenge today that thinking that you can be a great leader without, you can be nice and be a great leader. That's ultimately what it comes down to. I want to tell you about something that happened about 12 years ago in my career. In retail, we have visits from our supervisors. This happens in a lot of businesses. And I was with my boss's boss's boss. He was the head of store operations for a very large retail operation that I worked for as a district manager. And his name was Mr. Morgan. It's just the name. That's good. In my 20-something years as a district manager, it was absolutely the very worst visit I've ever had. Absolutely terrible. And I still remember it very well to this day. And what made it overall not very good was that he wasn't very nice. But here's the interesting thing. When he was the head of the operations at this company, it was GameStop or a variation of it at the time. When he was the head of operations, the company had incredible success. Growth. We merged. There's a huge merger that's still in effect today, making it a great, the big company that it is now. So there was incredible success with this person who was a leader who wasn't so nice in the way he talked to people, and the way he addressed people. He wasn't very respectful. A little bit more on that later. What I want to do for the next step would be, I want to go back a little bit, and I want to talk about that phrase, nice guys finish last. Where does that come from? Number two, I want to define nice. Excuse me. And I also just want to kind of close the gap and talk about leadership and being nice as a leader. First, real quick, anybody know who Leo DeRocher is? Raise your hand if you know Leo DeRocher. Major League Baseball manager from the mid-20th century. And he's the one who gets credit for that phrase, nice guys finish last. And actually there's a biography that's written on him, and it was taken out of context. What he was telling his team was he wants them to be passionate and competitive and claw their way to victory. So he just wanted them to fight to win. Okay? So that's interesting. That's what he was looking for. And one thing that's really interesting, he was thrown out of a game by an umpire 95 different times in his career. That's a lot. So perhaps he wasn't so nice. So. Let's go ahead and define what nice is. Just looked it up in the dictionary. Here's your first three definitions of nice. Number one, pleasing, agreeable, delightful. That's nice. Two, amiably pleasant and kind. Three, characterized by requiring great accuracy, tact, and skill. Think about what it doesn't say. It doesn't say soft. It doesn't say weak. It doesn't say a lack of passion or care or lack of couth. So somebody is nice, that's not what they are. Okay, so now that we know that nice, what nice means, let's talk about leadership and being nice, okay? Think about great leaders. Great leaders can be nice. As I said before, we could look at both sides. One of the persons in history I wanted to think about is, what I want you to think about is accomplishment and great leadership. Is getting great results always great leadership? Alexander the Great never lost a battle. Many consider him one of the greatest leaders ever. Okay? However, leadership by the sword isn't necessarily great leadership. True moral leadership can't be measured by results alone. How you do it does count for something. How you get your results is important. Back to my visit with Mr. Morgan. I'll give you a little flavor of how that went, okay? Mr. Morgan visit. He cursed. He yelled. He cursed some more. And this was in public, in front of other managers, customers, you name it. And that's when it was going good. He'd be like, Eisenberg, what's this? Bleep, bleep, bleep. Stain on the carpet. That's how he really was. Imagine having a visit like that. It left an indelible impression in my mind for a long time. So he showed a lack of respect. And after that visit, I vowed that I would never treat people like he treated people, no matter what happened as a consequence of this. Can you be too nice, so to speak? Sure. You cannot hold people accountable as a leader and things like that. Sure. But ultimately, showing niceness is about showing respect and kindness. Ironically, he was gone 2 years later, and I stayed another 10 years at the company. It's kind of the ironic thing of the whole situation. So I just wanted to point out, it's extremely important that you can be nice as a leader. So I urge you, fellow Toastmasters, as leaders at home, work, wherever you are, be respectful, kind, and be nice. Thank you.